What's up, guys? Well, the last two videos went my way, but you know what? You win some, lose some. Well, I got a 3-pick parlay. I'm going back to my parlays, do a little bit better than what I've seen from my previous videos on a parlay versus a pick on the pick'em fights. So on the 3-pick parlay, the first pick, which is a matchup of I'll go on the main event list between Kevin Holland versus Travel Giles. I'm actually a big fan of Kevin Holland. I think this guy is going to be a contender. I'm not sure he's going to be championship material, but this guy has good range, got good height, good range for it, good reach for his weight division. He's a 185 pounder going against a person that doesn't cut that much weight in Travel Giles. Travel Giles, he tends to gas out a little bit in later rounds. Kevin Holland, outside of his fight from Thiago Santos, his card has been pretty decent, not like spectacular. In the first fight against Thiago Santos, it was probably more of Thiago Santos giving the better punches and the better exchange at the end of the day. Those punches probably add up. He got more tired because you know what they say. Your card, everybody has cards to get punched in the face, and that's what happened in the first fight against Thiago Santos. But the reason why I think Kevin Holland is going to win this fight, I think he's going to pick him at bay, pick him from a distance. Even if he takes him on the ground, he has very underrated grappling, jiu-jitsu skills. He's a pretty decent grappler as well. He submitted a decent amount of points as well too. He submitted in not his last fight, but 3 fights ago in China. Showed his cardio. He got good range in that fight. It was against China. I think it wasn't a Chinese opponent. I think it might have been a Russian opponent. I could be wrong, but in that fight, he showed his cardio, his heart. He was in some tough situations, but his cardio, long range boxing, his decent jiu-jitsu game. Travel Giles, he did beat Ryan Spann, but he did look like he was tiring out in the second, third round. But he does have good takedown defense. But Holland, he doesn't usually go for takedowns anyway. So I think he will win from pick him on bay, pick him from the distance, use some leg kicks, get him away. Just make sure go lower down his hips for the takedown. Even though his takedown defense might be a little susceptible, but I think that's because of his first fight. Thiago Santos was a bigger 185 pounder. But overall, I'll take Kevin Holland over Travel Giles. The second fight I pick is Vicente Luque versus Randy Brown. I'll take Vicente Luque. Pretty simple. Randy Brown has a 7-8-inch reach, not advantage, but he has 7-8 inch. I hope you edit this because I just messed that part up. He has 3-inch reach advantage over Vicente Luque, but in his fight against Belal Muhammad, he had a 6-inch reach advantage, right? He had 72 inches, Muhammad, against Randy Brown, 78 inches. But the problem was he just kept getting leg kicked. And once you get a leg kick, he goes backwards. He became more susceptible to the takedowns and the punches as well. So I'm not sure why the other opponents didn't do that. Well, the last opponent was more of a wrestler, and Roy Alvarez, jiu-jitsu artist. So I could see so that he didn't fight the right style matchups that are like against him. He didn't face the mismatch against him. This is a mismatch against him, even though he's not a wrestler, Vicente Luque. Randy Brown, he needs to pretty much pick him from apart, from a distance. But I feel like Vicente Luque, he will go inside the pocket, use his footwork. He will make this dirty. He will make this as dirty as possible. Unless Vicente Luque respects your power. And even then, Mike Perry hit him couple shots. The fight against Mike Perry hit him couple shots. He still went for it. I don't think Randy Brown can really handle that type of pressure. And he won't take him down, Vicente Luque, because he's not a wrestler per se, or that's not his first thought process. I think this might end in the TKO, pressure-wise, use the leg kicks, get him back forward. I think that's how he wins this fight. Vicente Luque against Randy Brown. And lastly, the main event, Edmund Shahbazyan versus Derek Brunson. For the most part, Derek Brunson, he's not as prime no more. He's pretty much a gatekeeper now. This is not the same Derek Brunson that went against Robert Wilker and actually tagged him and actually not almost finished him, but give him like a really good fight in the first round, even though he got finished in the first round. But Derek Brunson, he doesn't really set up his takedowns too much. He wait for you to lunge forward with a punch, and he swings very wildly too, trying to mix up his when when he's trying to like fake the takedown, go for a punch, he swings very wildly, put his head up forward, chin up forward. I think Evan Shahbazyan, I didn't see much of his wrestling takedown defense. I remember he got taken down in a fight not too long ago, but he got back up. This will be his true test of what his takedown defense will be like, because this fight will show if he's UFC caliber ready. Because once a UFC fighter beats Derek Brunson, they're usually a top contender. But for what I've seen from Evan Shahbazyan, he's very patient, used good footwork, he had the better boxing, obviously. I think as long as he keep it at bay, he has to, in my opinion, he can't just, he's a very patient fighter, but he has to press forward a little bit so Brunson don't have like a stationary target to get the single leg, double leg, or what he wants to do. Even though he doesn't really set up for it too much, he's waiting for you to really to throw the first punch. So last fight, I'll pick Evan Shahbazyan. So to review, I have Kevin Holland over Trav Gals. 2, Vicente Luque versus Randy Brown. 3, Evan Shahbazyan over Derek Brunson. These 3 fights, they're pretty big favorites. That's why I did a 3-pick parlay. I think the oddsmaker got this right this time. So if you do this 3-pick parlay, I think it's like plus, like less than 200. So you only get 2-1 back, but they're all like 2-1 favorites. But I feel like they should all win. I mean, the style matchups are there for the favorites. So I think all these 3 fights should win. And P.S. Man, watch out for my boy Santiago Panema. They don't know about my boy, man. Keep talking about Usman. Usman ain't ready for something. But do you actually guys know that Usman and Panema supposed to fight? Ooh, long time. Oh, man. If Usman, he must pray to the gods and the angels in the heavens that fight didn't happen. Ooh, man. I tell you what, man. Sometimes Panema make me sick, man. Pulling out more. Man, I tell you what. He don't have to worry about having kids because his pull-out game is strong. But that'll be the end of the video. Alright, take it easy, guys. Represent for my unknowns real quick.